All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Adoptive Mom Podcast follow-up show. And this week we get to talk to Lana Mitchell and Rachel Lopez. I feel like you guys need some sort of celebrity couple name. Let me bring you guys on because I keep being like Lana and Rachel. I mean, Lana Mitchell, Rachel Lopez. But anyway, hey guys, how's it going?
Hi.
You guys, I've been seeing so much of you guys lately, and I love it because you guys are really fun and awesome. And I can't believe I only met you like less than a month ago or something. But I've loved hearing your story. Oh, someone says, "Hi, I love you, Rachel."
Hello.
You guys have fans.
We have fans. We're famous. Facebook.
Yeah, for sure. So, speaking of how you're famous, why don't you guys give us just a nutshell of your story and let people know why they should definitely listen to your episode?
Well, we have the cutest baby in the entire world. Lana gave birth to her, and I get to raise her. So, when you listen to our podcast, you get to hear all the details. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice, nice. Sorry, I'm switching back here. There we go. That was a quick summary. I'm impressed.
We have to keep them on their toes. We gotta give them just the right amount.
No spoiler alerts here.
I do like how you say we have the cutest baby ever because that could be interpreted in so many different ways.
Well,
That's so funny. So yeah, so you guys have gotten some good reactions from you've told this story on the podcast and I'm sure to lots of people individually. And also you guys got to speak at our birth mom brunch, which was this past Saturday on National Birth Mom Day. How was that? How did that feel?
It was awesome. I was really excited to get to do that. And with got a lot of texts today of people saying, "You made me cry, ugly cry at my desk today."
It's true.
Oh, like you're welcome too. I don't
You guys are officially only the second interview that have ever made me cry, like during recording. So congratulations. Not because I'm heartless, but usually because I'm so focused on like taking notes and other stuff that it's hard for me. But no, you guys definitely made me cry. Congratulations.
Cookies. Ooh, cookies. Yeah. We'll take cookies for that.
Yeah, fair enough. That's so fun. Well, and I love that, Rachel, you kind of have let Lana have I say spotlight, that's a weird word to use, but you've been so gracious to let her tell her story for the most part, and you just kind of fill in the gaps. Can you tell us why that is?
Because it's her story. She started this story, and really, I'm just kind of here filling in the gaps. I'm here doing the stuff, but she got us started. It's her story. She just brought me in on it.
Yeah. And Lana, do you like I don't know, do you appreciate that? Are you appreciative of I'm sure I know the answer to this, but I'm more wanting you to talk about it of having an adoptive mom that's so open to you being an equal part of this story and not just being like, thanks for the baby, see ya, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and it's definitely a lot more. And I think I said that on the podcast. It's a lot more than I was even expecting. So it's, I love it and it's great. And I'm thankful for it every single day.
Yeah. Oh, and that's so awesome. And we talked about not doing spoilers, but we've already kind of spoiled. You guys have a super open adoption. And what I mean by that is that there is a legal agreement, like there's a piece of paper, somewhere in a firebox or whatever that spells some stuff out. But for the most part, Lana, you post pictures of her on social media and you're over at her house right now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, maybe like what does that relationship look like for you guys and this is going to be beneficial for women who are trying to make an adoption plan, but also adoptive moms who feel kind of stuck. Like, what should this relationship look like? Should I be afraid of my child's birth mom or should I be open?
Sorry. There's a dog in the other room.
Yeah, this is real life.
No, it's, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? I was just
the dog just distracted you.
Yes.
I was just asking, what does that relationship look like for you guys? What does this open adoption mean for your situation?
It's just like we're family. I mean, it honestly just feels like that. And I, as much as I want to be around, or if I'm having a moment where I need to step back and kind of not be around as much, if I am kind of, because there are times when it is hard, I have the opportunity to do that. And yeah, it just makes it a lot easier on me, with my decision, because I can, watch her grow up and like see how she is as a little human, and also know she's being taken really great care of. And, plus they're really cool and fun to hang out with. So
Yeah, tell us what you guys are doing tonight.
we're playing games right now. We're playing Sorry.
We are currently in the process of beating the men to a pulp at a board game.
Oh, that's so funny.
Other room right now.
Well, on Saturday at the brunch, Rachel warned me. She was like, if you hear crying from a couple towns away, just know it's because I kicked Nick's
I am
butt.
currently, so I'm just gonna throw that out there.
No shame. That's hilarious. I like lost my train of thought because it's just anyway. I was remembering what we were talking about earlier about you guys' daughter, Adrian, is on one person's team who's playing tonight, and so that person has an unfair advantage, right?
Yeah, for
Sorry,
sure.
I just shook everything. Okay, so I wanted, Lana, if you guys could each tell us what are the benefits of having an open adoption. And I know, Lana, for you, a large part of that was getting to answer the questions that she is sure to have, in person, and never having her wonder. But why was it so important to you to have an open adoption?
I'm also adopted. And so my adoption is a close adoption. And so I wasn't able to contact my birth mom until I was 18. And so there was a lot of stuff when I was growing up, that questions that I had or things that I would have liked to be answered, as simply as like, why did you choose this? That I didn't have access to, as well as like medical records and stuff like that. And so for me, I just never, and I also didn't ever want to have to wonder like what she looked like, if I was somewhere at a store, like, oh, is that her? I never wanted to have to wonder that. And so that was just kind of what was really important to me. But it was mostly just because mine was closed. And I do understand that's necessary in some situations. But yeah, I just wanted to be able to get to know her, and just get to watch her grow. And if she does have any questions at any point, that she'll be able to come to me and ask me those questions. Because there are some that, would be easier for me to answer than for you.
Yeah, well, and not just, as her birth mother, she can ask you questions, and as an adopted child, she can also, confide in you. Where maybe I'm ignorant to that. I don't know how that feels. You have, a perspective of that only the two of you would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that brings us to you, Rachel. Why was it important for you, or what benefits have you seen of having an open adoption? And what are some of those things that Adrian deserves to know from the source?
I want her to grow up knowing that this was a choice made out of love. That everything that has to do with her is love. She's a loved child. She was, um, you know, she's just sweet. But I also want her, to grow up knowing that, with this open adoption, she's able to ask the question. She's able to know where she came from, and so that she is able to grow up and recognize that she's a little piece of Lana that is in my world.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that because I've heard from so many different birth moms that they say that, they want to be able to let their child know why they chose that for them, and that it wasn't for selfish reasons, but for selfless reasons. And I think that even though Lana has not come out and said, I'm super selfless, you guys, it just kind of like it just shows. And I love that on both of your parts, because Lana, your love for Adrian mirrors, Rachel, your love for Lana. And I can't put words to how much I love that. And I feel so honored to get to know you guys. We have a question. So someone says, what made you choose this family, Lana?
So I'm family friends with them. I've known them for quite some time. And Rachel just kind of approached me one day and kind of essentially pitched the idea, which if you listen to the podcast, you'll be able to hear a little bit more of that story, plugging it. Um, but yeah, she just kind of informed me of how it would be and that they were looking at doing an adoption. And it was kind of the first family that I had really looked at that I felt, I could breathe after talking with her. And I just kind of knew after prayer and stuff that it was the right decision, and the right family for her.
Yeah, and that was so it was Leanne, and her follow-up question was what was the deciding factor? And I know that you talk about that in the podcast, just you asked God for a sign and there were some really obvious signs.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a few.
Lana may have Peter pants. I'll just leave that there. That's the teaser.
She may have.
Find out if Lana Peter pants or not.
And that does have something to do with the sign. That's hilarious. Carla says, amazing ladies, one blessed baby. And I have never even met Adrian, but I know that that's true just from knowing you guys. But I've also seen pictures and she's really cute. So good job, Lana, on her being cute.
That way.
We ordered it that way.
We ordered her that way. Oh man, I love it. Well, okay. So do you guys have anything else that you want to share? I know that, you know what, I was going to ask Lana, I know that this was your first birth Mother's Day that you got to celebrate. And it was also, you got thrown into it because you ended up being the speaker at an event. But why do you think that birth Mother's Day was so important? Are you happy that you know about it now?
Yeah, for sure. And I think, the two hardest days that come around are always, Mother's Day and her birthday. And for us, it's like very close together. And so it's exciting, but also sad. But I think it's really cool that birth moms do get a day to be honored as well, because I don't want to take Mother's Day away from amazing people like you. And so I think it's awesome that we get, a day to celebrate everyone gets a special day. Yes. So I like that.
That's so cool. Well, I hope that we get to have lots more birth Mother's Day brunches or luncheons or however we get to celebrate that year. And do you guys have anything else that you wanted to share or add or plug for the podcast or anything like that?
Listen to the podcast. It is worth taking up podcast listening just to listen to this podcast.
Thank you.
From what I've heard from everyone today is I've made them ugly cry. So
yeah, it would be
true.
Totally.
No, your end quote got me again.
I know, right? I was taking notes and I couldn't scribble fast enough because you guys had two back to back that were so good with your roller coaster thing, Lana, and yeah. You guys are just you could speak in an event or something,
Oh my gosh. We should do that.
We should.
I am disappointed that you didn't do the matching jumpsuits thing though.
We'll know for next time.
Yeah, there were difficulties there.
Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. I'm so glad that I know you now. Well, if you guys have any other questions for Lana and Rachael, and it can be on anything, being an adoptive mom with an open adoption, being a birth mom, having an open adoption, anything like that, they're super open books and they're awesome to talk to. So drop that in the comments. We'll all be monitoring that feed and answering any questions or replying or whatever it is. So thank you guys for tuning in. And thank you again, Lana and Rachael, for sharing your story and being so open and awesome. And I really hope that this gets the ball rolling on these conversations.
I do too. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
You too.